the outside of row 1, starting second, driving car number 18, and that will be Mike Corbin in the second row. In car number 88, starting third, is Larry Boyce. Going fourth in the 63. That'll be Alan Anderson. Row number 3, starting fifth in the 41, Buck Tomlin, and going sixth outside of row 3, driving the X, Darrell Schimmel. Row number 4, starting seventh in car 69, Ronnie Lee. Slated to go eighth, he'll be outside of row number 4 in car 7, Rob Nichols. Row 5, the current player starts ninth in the 3S, Rusty Seitz. Outside of Rusty Seitz, starting 10th in the 00, Vance Williams. Row number 6, he'll go 11th, driving the 90, Danny Licklider. Starting outside of row 6 in the 12th starting position, last week's feature winner in car 31, Mark Larrick. In row 7, he'll go 13th on the inside in the 24, Brian Buckler. And starting in the 14th position, row 7 outside in car 1, Eric Kearns. Row number 8, starting 15th inside in car 5, Walter Nichols. And your 16th position outside of that 8th row in car number 6, Tony Dawson. Row number 9, he will start 17th in car 19, Blaine Jenkins. And the 18th position outside of row 9 in the 13D, Jonathan DeHaven. And in row number 10, he'll go 19th, driving car number 23, Donnie Kearns. And starting in the 20th and scratch spot in the B52 is Jim Breeden. And the alternate starter in the event any of the 20 unable to answer the call, that will be the 15 car of Jeff Fanning. Well, tonight, that beautiful truck of the Hellig-Myers Furniture Company as the official pace vehicle here this evening. As we said, Hellig-Myers Furniture here in Winchester, very much involved in the sport of auto racing, sponsoring a Winston Cup car, and also coming on board here at the Speedway as a first-time sponsor. Happy to have them joining us tonight. And again, our sincere thanks to a superb job by Stephen Vaught of that national anthem. We have a spring championship here. All 4 classes return, but right now we concentrate on the 4 cylinders, the Hellig-Myers vehicle off the Speedway. Field in the hands of Chuck Brabants, and here they come, spring championship time, and we are underway. Down in turn 1, it is Anthony Combs who jumps out to grab the early lead. Mike Corbin, Larry Boyce, Buck Tomlin, and the 63 of Alan Anderson as they head down that back straightaway now and approach the third and fourth turn this first time by. Anthony Combs will have the advantage, but up on the outside, here comes Mike Corbin to grab the lead. Mike Corbin moves the 18 out in front, and now he loses it right back to Combs, who takes it back on the inside, down the bottom of the racetrack. Larry Boyce up the third, and they're still busted on the Rusty Seitz getting together. Alan Anderson spinning, almost losing it. It does lose about 6 or 7 spots, but gathers it back in. Meanwhile, the battle still goes on between Combs and Mike Corbin for the lead down in turn 1. Corbin on the outside, Combs down the inside. Here comes Buck Tomlin moving through to take third. And Rob Nichols charging up in the 4th place now. As they go to turn number 3, they are still tightly grouped together. Any one of 12 or 15 cars all racing for position out of turn 4. Corbin now has the advantage. Mike Corbin moves that Challenge Auto Sales car out in front. Buck Tomlin now down to the inside of Combs to pick up second. Rob Nichols, here comes Ronnie, rim riding on the outside, and Darrell still making a move on the inside of Alan Anderson on the back chute. Again, they're still grouped together out of turn 4. With Mike Corbin opening up about 5 car lengths now as Rob Nichols moves up into second. Running third is Buck Tomlin. Then a group of about 7 to 8 cars, 9 cars, all battling for third spot. Right now, Buck Tomlin and Alan Anderson, Darrell Schimmel, Anthony Combs, Ronnie Lee, Rusty Seitz, Mark Larrick, Eric Kearns, and Danny Lickler. Look out, Rob Nichols in trouble off at turn 4. He got up in the loose material and lost about 4 spots. Alan Anderson and Buck Tomlin hooked together here on the front straightaway. And we are still, I got a spin by Rob Nichols. Tomlin and Anderson still hooked up down there in turn 2. And the caution lights come on for the first time. Alan Anderson and Buck Tomlin kind of hooked down together down there in the second turn. Meanwhile, Rob Nichols, who had problems coming off the corner number 4, lost it down in turn 1. And the yellow lights are on for the first time in this event. coming with the 5 laps completed. Rob Nichols out of the car down in. All right, Chuck Vermonitz checks the field over. Mike Klein up in 3 and 4 handling the flags up there this evening. Mike Corbin leads them slowly down that back chute. Remember now, they cannot pass a car until they reach that orange cone approaching turn 3. The leader, of course, can go when he gets the indication by a third corner flagman. The face starts right here, of course, with Chuck Vermonitz, and the field is underway. The green flag as Mike Corbin leads them down to turn 1. Down Schimmel to Rusty Seitz now goes to work on the inside of Schimmel out that second turn. Seitz up into second place. Meanwhile, Larry and Eric Kearns locked in a pretty good battle for a 4th and 5th spot. Mike Corbin high out of turn 4. That may cost him a couple of car lengths as Rusty Seitz makes a bit underneath now into second place. Rusty Seitz has moved around Dow Schimmel. Now he goes after Corbin down in that first turn. Corbin high. Now we got a yellow flag. Caution up in turn 4. A couple of cars involved up there in the opening night feature running in 4th. Mark Larrick 5th as Rob Nichols appears to come back down the speedway, and we have a green flag. Green waves on the field as Corbin leads them once again down to turn number 1, followed by Rusty Seitz and Dow Schimmel. Off at turn 2 and on to the back stroller. Car length advantage enjoyed by Mike Corbin. Rob Nichols still trying to get it up to speed now as he comes over that 4th corner. He may be lapped this time by as Rusty Seitz makes the move on to the inside of Mike Corbin, hangs on down to turn number 1. Corbin and Seitz battling for the lead with Dow Schimmel, Eric Kearns, and Mark Larrick, and we have a caution again. It's Donnie Kearns this time up in turn 3 and 4. The 23K around the ring in turn 4. Corbin, as he leads Rusty Seitz, Dow Schimmel, Eric Kearns, and Mark Larrick for the start. And no start this time, no start. Past that orange cone, and here they come. And this time we have a good start as Mike Corbin on the throttle down the front chute. In hot pursuit, Rusty Seitz again brings that 3S down to the bottom of the racetrack, pulls alongside for the back chute as Eric Kearns moves around so to take 3rd, and Larrick also challenged for 3rd. We may have a new race leader this time out of turn 4 as Rusty Seitz moves the 3S in front. Our defending champion, 5-time winner, out in front again as he moves off at turn 2. Corbin holds second, Eric Kearns a tight 3rd, Mark Larrick, Ronnie Lee, Dale Schimmel, Walter Nichols, Jonathan DeHaven, and the 00 of Vance Williams. And we have a yellow caution flag. Got one stuffed into the guardrail down the back chute, up against the inside wall down the back straightaway. And again, the yellow lights come on for the 4th time. Rest of the 1994 season. So Rusty Seitz, our defending champion and current point leader in the 4-cylinder class, back out in front. Took the lead on lap number 8 from Mike Corbin as we... And again, there'll be no start. Somebody at 10 anxious one more time. That's the 52. Just about. Anthony Combs that time, the guilty party.
He's slowing down.
This time, not getting anxious as the green flag waves and the field out of turn number 4. And this time it is a good start. A good restart with Rusty Seitz standing on it down in the 1st and 2nd turn. Mike Corbin, then we got Eric Kearns, followed by Mark Larrick. Dow Schimmel and Ronnie Lee dicing side by side for 5th position on the back straightaway. Seitz about 3 car lengths in front, but a pretty good battle going on for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Corbin, Eric Kearns, and Mark Wright. Now up to 5th comes Ronnie Lee. Dow Schimmel is 6th. Running in 7th, Walter Nichols. Jonathan Haven is 8th. Running in 9th spot is that 00 of Vance Williams. And 10th, Alan Anderson. We have yet another caution. And once again, they look at the green flag as they work out of turn number 4. Rusty Seitz, Mike Coleman, and Eric Kearns, your top 3 as they approach turn number 2. 10 laps are complete now. Half the race is over. Kearns out, challenges on the inside of Coleman on the back straight of Eric Kearns. We'll get that number 1 lead up to take over 2nd place now off of turn 4 as he tucks in behind the race leader. Rusty Seitz, then Eric Kearns, followed by Mike Coleman, last week's winner Mark Reich up to 4th. Ronnie Lee running a solid 5th, Dow Schimmel's in 6th, then Walter Nichols, Jonathan Haven, Alan Anderson, and Vance Williams. Stretching out his lead now to perhaps 7 or 8 car lengths as he completes lap number 12 with 8 to go. That is Rusty Seitz. Looking for win number 6 on the season with Kearns in 2nd. Corbin still holding on to 3rd. Mark Wright trying to find a spot where he can work up to set up that pass. He'll dive to the bottom off of turn number 4 as Corbin keeps the 18 up on the outside and maintains 3rd place behind Eric Kearns. All the while, Rusty Seitz comfortably with a 10-car length lead in front of the field. Nothing but clear speedway in front of him now as he comes into that 3rd turn. Coming by this time will be lap number 14 coming up. There'll be 6 laps to go on the field. And the leader, Rusty Seitz, Eric Kearns, Mike Corbin, Mark Reich, Ronnie Lee, followed by Dow Schimmel, Jonathan Haven now up to 7th. Walter Nichols is 8th, Alan Anderson is 9th, and the 00 running in 10th, Vance Williams. 5 laps, the indication given by our chief starter to the leader, Rusty Seitz. 15 laps are now down. So 5 more to go for Rusty Seitz. Eric Kearns down now out of a 3rd heats up now, and also involves a 69 of Ronnie Lee. He closes up behind Larry, who in turn keeps the pressure on the 18 car, Mike Corbin. 16 now complete, and we have a yellow flag. Caution flag raised on the field. '15 is a lap car, so the 00 actually will be running in the 9th spot. That's Vance Williams, and then Rob Nichols. Okay, here they come out of turn 4 with 5 to go. Rusty Seitz in control with Eric Kearns, Mike Coleman, Mark Reich, and Ronnie Lee. They make up the top 5 as they battle out of the 1st and 2nd turn. Kearns trying to keep some heat on the leader. Rusty Seitz down that back straightaway. Mike Coleman running a very solid 3rd place in that 18, but once again he has Larrick and Ronnie Lee making a 3-car duel for that 3rd position. Dow Schimmel sits back there in 6th spot, followed by Jonathan Haven, Alan Anderson. Then the 00 of Vance Williams and the 7 of Rob Nichols. Boy, Eric Kearns keeping the pressure on Rusty Seitz. They come out of that 4th corner. Coming up this time on lap number 70, we got one up against the wall in the back chute. That's the 52 losing a tire. Heads up, we got a loose tire bouncing around back there on the back straightaway off the car of Anthony Combs. The 52 car will need the assistance of a wrecker now on the back straightaway as he lost a tire. So, of Vance Williams and the 7 of Rob Nichols. The track area cleared, 3 laps to go. Rusty Seitz trying to hang on. The charge of Eric Kearns, and here they come. The final 3 laps coming up. Rusty Seitz, Eric Kearns, Mike Corbin, Mark Larrick, Ronnie Lee, the top 5. Dow Schimmel in 6 down the back chute. A little breathing room this time for the 3S. He has a couple of car lengths advantage into turns 3 and 4. And this time you'll see 2 more laps to go. 18 are now completed. Seitz is opened up about 3 or 4 car lengths, trying to avoid any last lap problems as he draws away from Eric Kearns. Mike Corbin still holding on that very steady third place line in car 18. They come very smoothly off of turn number 4, and now they get the white flag on that final lap. Seitz, Kearns, Corbin now allowing time at the inside of Corbin. He wants that third position and may have it on the back straightaway. It looks like it's going to be win number 6 for Rusty Seitz as he comes off of that 4th corner. 2 car lengths in front of Eric Kearns. Rusty Seitz will win it. Kearns will wind up 2nd. 3rd, oh, is that ever going to be close?
Year and a half put that 3S in victory lane, winning tonight's 20-lap spring championship. That is win number 6 on the season for Rusty Seitz. Here he comes, heading for victory lane, Rusty Seitz. Rusty getting a handshake from Helig Myers Furniture, representative, getting a hat here, and a round of applause for Rusty Seitz. Win number 6 on the season for Rusty. Rusty, congratulations. The 20-lap spring championship. Got to feel pretty good. Double points, a little added money tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to win this race. I was confused about the setup. I mean, the track's really dry. There was a little bit left on the ball, and my car started getting tight, and I was just going. I knew they were after me.
Well, Eric Kearns kept the heat on you pretty good once you got the lead.
Yeah, I just drove, and I figured if I could stay on the bottom and be smooth, you'd have to pass me on the high side. So I just stayed down there, and I said, if they're going to pass me, they're going to pass me up there.
You guys are running in bunches, like 3 or 4 guys, so it looked like you make one slight mistake, which I think early in the race you got involved, got a little crossways, and well, you could drop from 3rd or 4th, 4 or 5 places in a hurry.
Yeah, some of these guys out here have it out for me, but,
Well, I'll tell you, the end result is you're the man in front, 6 wins on the season. You know, you had a big year last year, and the way things are going right now, if you stay in this class all year, you look like you're in line for an even bigger season you had a year ago.
Yeah, if I don't sell the car, like I say, I'm going for the points. There's no doubt about it. I stay in this class, and we're going for the championship, but if I sell the cars, then we're going to work on something else.
Well, even though you won 6, Rusty, you'd have to be the first to admit, it's never very easy. I know last week you finished like 8th. It was a tough night for you, and it's never easy getting to front when you start back in that 6th row.
Now, I got cold brakes there at the beginning of the race, just trying to work my way up through traffic, and there's a lot of fast cars out there. I know Kearns, number 1, I mean, he's really fast, and he got around me, ended up getting by him again, and I just stayed out there. I stayed out of trouble. That's the main thing in this class. I mean, you just got to stay out of trouble.
And, of course, young Mike Corbin, the 18 car, led for a while. And he finished, I think, either 3rd or 4th, so he was a tough man to get around tonight.
Yeah, a fast car. I was working on him. He had a real fast car. I guess he just got loose at the end there and got by him and held him off.
How about the track conditions? Did it change much from the early evening till the feature time for you guys?
Yes, I mean, these 4-cylinders, they really dry the track out. It's dry right now. There's not much groove there.
How about anybody you like your knowledge again? I know you've been here 6 times, but you must have mentioned everybody, but in case there's anybody you forgot.
I want to thank my dad most of all, my grandfather, the guys helped me on the car. Bill Hockenberry helps me set this car up, and he does a hell of a job for me. Just Curtis Hershey, Rain Tunnel Car Wash, all these guys, all my sponsors.
Well, you picked a good night. We're going to get a gentleman over here from Helig Myers. Allow him to introduce yourself, sir.
Wayne Vaught, Helig Myers in Winchester.
Was that your son, a relation that sang the national anthem tonight?
Yes, it was, my son.
Does he have that voice? Is that a natural talent from your family, or does he have that talent all to himself?
All to himself.
He did a great job. It takes a lot of nerve to come up there and sing with no accompaniment at all.
Yeah, he sings in church all the time.
How about your impressions of the Speedway here?
It's very good. I'm really impressed with the cars, the drivers, the teams. They've done a great job.
Well, we're happy to have you on board as a sponsor. I hope this is the beginning of a nice relationship. Enjoy the race, and once again, our congratulations for being a part of our program.
Thank you.
One more time for Rusty Seitz getting the beautiful trophy, Virginia's finest clay track, for winning the spring championship, win number 6 for Rusty Seitz.
Barrick Fourth in car 18, Mike Corbin. Fifth goes to the 69 of Ronnie Lee. Sixth place to Donald Schimmel in the X. Placing seventh is the 13 D. Jonathan DeHaven. Eighth place goes to the 63 of Alan Anderson. Ninth to the 00 of Vance Williams. And 10th place to car 7 and Rob Nichols. So now the 50-50 tonight, which will let the